And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the 76ers. Simmons is out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Harris. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Horford in at the 4 slot. Outside, Levine. "11 feet away." Rebound by the 76ers.
Gotta give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
Richardson against Levine. Puts it up from 12. And the shot is good.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Satoransky, the pass to Markkanen. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Markkanen sets the pick for Porter. Back to Markkanen. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Al Horford with the rebound. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harris outside. Embiid dishes to Simmons. Back to Embiid. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Carter. And a wide open look for Porter. And the 3 ball is good. Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Embiid the screen. Harris kicks to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Embiid the screen. Up top, Simmons. Satoransky covering. No good from Simmons.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Porter. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Inside.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And Harris wide open. He shoots, hits it from 3-point range. Harris has got his first 3 points of the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Satoransky, the pass to Levine. Inside. That's good from Porter on the assist by Levine. Porter's got 5.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Fades away. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Levine against Richardson. Outside, Levine. Pass to Satoransky. Markkanen a screen on Simmons. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Fade away. Harris misses.
I think in that situation, that was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Levine. That one falls coming off Carter's feet.
Beautiful pull-up by Levine. On balance, under control, developing a better feel for this particular shot.
And Simmons kicks to Horford. Embiid the screen. There's the pass to Harris. No good on the triple.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And the 76ers last season making it to the conference semifinals, Clark, before they were dispatched by the Boston Celtics.
And I guarantee you, Kevin, if you told any fan that would be their fate at the start of the season, they'd have banked that and went with it. Team had a great learning experience as they got past Miami and then lost to the Celtics. I think this group will be highly motivated to take the next step going forward.
And the vertical of Simmons, an extraordinary dunker when given the chance to shine.
And Satoransky kicks to Porter. Here's Markkanen. A shot missing. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Harris outside. Horford the pass to Simmons. Right at the free throw line. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And, you know, Brett Brown has seen it all in Philly. The good and bad times. Was the head coach for their lowest points as this team rebuilt. Now he's reaping the fruits of his labor and persistence as he leads a star-studded Sixers team that has great potential.
Porter against Harris. On the wing. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Embiid the screen. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And Clark, you have to applaud management for the way they stuck with Brown as the team was turning things around.
Yeah, I love it, Kevin. I really do. I mean, being able to see the long-term picture and stay with a coach who you believe is the right one for your group. Very impressive work by the Sixers. You know, injuries and a lack of talent were the issue early, not the coaching. The players love Brown, and rarely are coaches afforded as much time and patience as this franchise gave Brown. I applaud him.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Chicago trailing here. Simmons against Satoransky. Passes it to Markkanen. Carter sets the pick for Markkanen. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Harris with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Embiid dishes to Harris. Offline with his three.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
In the corner, it's Levine. Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Satoransky. Tries to snap the cold streak. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
Philadelphia shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Simmons passes to Horford. Here's the teardrop. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
And I really like the uniqueness of Al Horford's game. I mean, he's a big man with a versatile skill set. He makes threes. He can score inside. He defends. He's a guy that is an inside-out matchup problem for most.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if there was ever a guy who was more than what his stats say, it's Al Horford. Won't have nights where he drops 50 or carries a team with his shot blocking, but you ask anyone he's played with and they'll tell you he is a perfect teammate.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. White, he's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Satoransky. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And the big men who compete against Horford have nothing but respect for him, Greg.
Well, it is why he's been selected as an all-star by his peers and why guys like Embiid admire his game. I mean, Horford does all the small things on the floor you need as a big man. He's so humble. He just goes about his game and makes his team better in every facet.
The 76ers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. To the middle. Here's Dunn. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
The power of Chris Dunn makes this play happen. I mean, now he gets a chance to cap it off at the line.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And that drops, so they now lead by one. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court too.
To the inside. Nice shot by Smith. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Just grown man work from Dunn inside. His incredible athleticism really helping get him these types of shots.
Burke kicks to Embiid. On the wing, Johnson. They get a hand on it. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Felicio's checked in for Carter. Smith against White. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Here's Johnson. And he banks in the layup. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Nice hands that time by Johnson, able to gather and go up with no problems at all inside.
They set the pick.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
And Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. Young against Simmons. Jumper off the screen, and Felicio is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Philadelphia leading by 3. Johnson the screen. Simmons on the wing, defended by Young. Here's Johnson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about
it. Dunn left side. Here's Felicio. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Burke, the pass to Simmons. Here's Korkmaz, defended by Young. Korkmaz, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
There's the pick. Down low, Felicio, an easy layup after coming off the pick. And now just a 1-point 76ers lead. Burke kicks to Simmons. Johnson the screen. Back to Burke. Young against Simmons. Over Young. No good from Simmons.
I tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
And Dunn is spectacular, seeking contact and getting it. He just absorbs the hit, yet still able to finish.
Johnson the screen. Tipped away and stolen by Dunn. Here's White. Banked in off the glass. White's got his first bucket in this one.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bulls out front, finishing the quarter on a tremendous 8-0 run. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the time. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Bulls, what's your take?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Yeah, outworking them right now, plain and simple. I mean, they've been terrific in the open floor.
We've got White, Young out there with Valentine. Then there's Dunn, and it's Felicio in at the 5 down low. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. On the free throw, no good. Certain guys just make it look effortless. And Clark, I'm sure you would have a nice list of some of the smoother operators, smoothest scorers in the league now.
Yeah, there's only one guy at the top of it for me. I mean, I love a lot of guys, and there are a number of guys that put up big numbers. But when you talk about uniqueness, size, agility, touch, range, KD is where it stops. Yeah, I mean, there's just been nobody quite like him. George Gervin comes to mind because of a similar build, but the Iceman was 6'7", maybe 6'8". KD is pushing 7 feet tall and just a tad more athletic. I mean, I just don't know if we've got a more lethal, smoother scorer than him.
There's a good screen. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 5.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Young sets a screen for Dunn. Pass to Felicio. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Screen by Simmons. Defended by Young. Now here's Burke. Dunn covering. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Dunn's running. Shoots over Burke on the money from 12 feet away. And it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
Well, I tell you, it's awesome, absolutely awesome to see Dunn work in his effective mid-range game. So sharp, so accurate, so timely.
Korkmaz, no good. The Bulls leading by 4. Dunn outside. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Screen by Young. Here's White. Another one falls for Chicago.
Thaddeus Young getting in the way of the defense there. Really solidly done on the screen.
Screen by Simmons. They set the pick. The pass to Johnson. Now here's Burke. Dunn covering. Burke can't get it to go.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot. And if you're a pro, you need to make that.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Passes to Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. It's deflected, but he gets it back. Johnson can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Dunn with it. 14 points for him. Here's Felicio. This is to Valentine. Screen by Young. Valentine with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Valentine shot good.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
And the 76ers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Philadelphia with the ball. They trail by 11. Horford the pass to Richardson. Embiid the screen. For 3, Harris hits the three-point bomb. Harris has got 6.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Levine against Smith. Levine can't hit.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Richardson against Satoransky. Kicks to Markkanen. There's the screen. Satoransky against Richardson. Now here's Satoransky. He's covered closely.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Chicago. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Picked by Markkanen. Now Levine. Outside Porter. Markkanen sets the pick for Porter. And again, no good by Chicago. The 76ers trail by 8. Smith kicks to Richardson. Embiid the screen. Back to Richardson. Fades. Embiid, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Now Now the dish to Harris. They get a hand on it. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Markkanen a screen on Smith. Levine kicks to Markkanen. There's the pick. He dishes it to Porter. Pass to Levine. Markkanen a screen on Smith. Man showing some terrific range. Levine's got 7.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Satoransky against Richardson. Harris a screen. And here's Richardson. From deep three-point range, they get it again. Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Zach LaVine, a high riser, the 2-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
And from everything you hear, LaVine is a big-time gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know, I think he's very dedicated to reaching his full potential. And with his shooting and athleticism, I think he's a great fit in today's game in terms of offense.
And he makes the first.
You know, not a guy you want to send to the foul line. LaVine, one of the best in this league for his age.
Bulls making a switch here. Carter's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And, you know, when you watch Embiid, he just oozes with limitless potential. You think about his size and his shooting touch. He can do just about anything he wants to. Tremendous athleticism. If he can stay healthy, I think he can be a dominant player in this league for years to come.
The Bulls leading by 6. Levine against Smith. Pass to Markkanen. Satoransky with it, guarded by Horford. Markkanen sets the pick for Satoransky. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
League with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him. The talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
The first one falls.
You know, you got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Satoransky, the pass to Hutchison. There's the pick. Smith against Levine. Bulls from the top of the key. Misses off the right iron.
You know, it hasn't been his night, but his team still leads, so that's encouraging.
Embiid the screen. Richardson dishes to Embiid. Basket good. Embiid's got 8 points.
Well, I like the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now.
And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. The terrific defender in college, was the two-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Bean passes to Hutchison. Passes it to Satoransky. Levine against Smith. Levine, the pick. Again, Levine missing.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Hung outside. Back to White. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Ben Simmons. Chicago shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And that one misses.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's White missing.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And Simmons kicks to Smith. And stolen by White. Here's Blakeney, covered by Smith. Pass to Young. Here is Porter. Back to Young. There's a good screen. Screen by Young. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 7 points.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Simmons. Carter pulls it in.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game. Hey, but unfortunately, they came up empty.
Here's Young. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead. The 76ers trail by 7. Now here's Simmons. He kicks to Embiid. Stolen by Carter. And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Chris Dunn led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
They did an awesome-orific job. That's right, Ernie, awesome-orific. That's awesome and terrific together. Anyway, they did an awesome-orific job of limiting turnovers. They were almost mistake-free. It puts you in the right frame of mind when you can play like that. And as long as they keep protecting the ball in the next 2 quarters, they will protect the lead.
And Kenny, your take on Philadelphia.
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you've dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. And you know, Chris Dunn has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
Yeah, he enjoys teeing his guys up. I know you like that one, partner. You and I both like to hit that white ball a little bit, but he knows it's important to share the wealth out there.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Did you bring your clubs, Clark?
Yeah.
Let me check and see if I can get us a tee time tomorrow morning.
All right.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Chicago leading by 7. So on the floor for Philadelphia. They've got Embiid. Tobias Harris is out there with Horford. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Simmons in at the 1.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Second chance effort. Embiid. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Richardson against Levine. Pass to Satoransky. Carter with a screen on Simmons. Here's Satoransky. It's hauled in by the 76ers. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's Richardson. Simmons trying to get open. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Picked by Markkanen. Satoransky against Simmons. It counts. And the foul. That one on Embiid.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Chicago shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
One shot.
Free throw good. Satoransky. Philadelphia with the ball. 6-point game. Simmons passes to Harris. Back to Simmons. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. It's stolen by Carter. And Levine, here we go. Good the shot. Levine's got 10 points.
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of Levine helps him in a lot of ways.
Here's Horford. Second shot opportunity. Carter with the block. Levine against Richardson. Simmons against Satoransky. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Carter sets the pick for Levine. And it's off from three-point range. The 76ers trail by 8. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. In the corner, Horford with it. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And the defender was very apathetic there. Fortunately for them, he missed that mid-range jumper.
And Lauri Markkanen, a 7-footer who can really let it fly. At Arizona, the most three-pointers ever by a 7-footer in a single season.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the 76ers call time here. And Markkanen also setting records for three-pointers made by a rookie grade.
A quick release, the ball comes off his hands so effortlessly. He's more than a stretch big as well. I think he's a shooter who just happens to be 7 feet tall.
Stolen by Carter. The pass to Levine over Richardson. And there's Levine on the assist from Porter. And now it's a 12-point Chicago lead. Simmons against Satoransky. Simmons dishes to Harris. Embiid the screen. To halt the run. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Harris.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Kevin, I like what Levine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Dishes it to Harris. Horford the pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Stolen by Carter. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Simmons against Satoransky. Horford kicks to Richardson. Simmons against Satoransky. Fades and shoots. There's Embiid. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Outside, Levine. Buries it from three-point range. Levine's got 15.
All right, well, we talk about floor spacing, Kevin. You hear it all the time. This is what Levine gives you. Because of his range on the jump shot, you've got to honor him when he's on the floor.
Horford kicks to Simmons. Horford with a screen on Satoransky. Here's Simmons, and he's finally able to knock one down. He's got 6.
It really is a thing of beauty watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. I mean, he's a manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Bean passes to Satoransky. Markkanen sets the pick for Satoransky.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Free throw good, Satoransky. Some changes for Chicago. Felicio comes in for Carter. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Otto Porter Jr. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The 76ers trail by 15. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Simmons passes to Burke. Johnson with a screen on Satoransky. Burke can't get it to go. Chicago leading by 15 to the paint. Reverses. And the layup by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 14.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Dunn's checked in for Chicago. And so here is Philadelphia, trailing by 17. Johnson with a screen on Markkanen. Simmons against Markkanen. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded by Markkanen. Offensive rebound. Ball's knocked loose. Dunn with it. 14 points for him. Felicio kicks to Dunn. Here's Levine. That shot off. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Down low. Here's Simmons. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
Tell you what, does not matter what the defense throws his way. The heart of Simmons allows him to play through that, and he's still going to knock the shot down.
Outside, Levine. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Levine's got 9 points here in the second half. The 76ers trail by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
That one falls. Simmons got 10 points.
And I like watching Simmons go to work down low. I mean, with his length and strength, there aren't many guys that can keep up with him down there.
And Ben Simmons, who missed the first season in the NBA with an injury, boy, Greg, was he worth the wait.
And you knew he'd be a special kind of player after being taken first overall. But he is so unique in how great of a player he is. His ability to command attention on offense without having a great outside shot really is something you just don't see in today's NBA.
Tries from 10. Dunn shot's good. He's got 16.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
Burke kicks to Johnson. They set the screen. Screen by Simmons. Here's Burke. Misses the three. The Bulls leading by 15. Dunn up top. Burke covering. Dunn outside. Picked by Markkanen. Dunn against Simmons. On the stripe. Dunn misses. The 76ers trail by 15. Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. Johnson right side. Over Dunn. That one wide left. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016. Didn't break through in his rookie season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago. And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Greg, you look at Dunn, it can take longer for point guards to develop in the NBA.
A great point. It's the most cerebral position in our game. Learning how to run an NBA offense is a challenge. Good news, though, is he's putting in the work necessary to figure it out and progressing nicely.
So for the Bulls, Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Felicio. And it's White in for Levine. Here's White. He's got 6. Markkanen. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Markkanen's got his first points in this one. The 76ers trailed by 19.
And, you know, Thaddeus Young, the veteran forward out of Georgia Tech, over a decade of service in the NBA, and he's still one of the more dependable scorers you'll find in terms of over the course of a season.
Smith on the wing. White covering. Smith the pass to Simmons. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 12 points for Ben Simmons.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Smith against White. To the inside. And he banks in the layup. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the game to go. And for Young, a veteran, as you mentioned, Clark still one of the more athletic players in the league.
Yeah, he really is. Very impressive how long Thaddeus has been, as consistent as he's been. Does a nice job running the floor. Really good in shot selection. And has become a more vocal leader as he is one of the older guys in the league.
Burke. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
No good from Simmons. The Bulls leading by 19. Here's Dunn. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, being drafted number 5 overall, Dunn's faced a lot of high expectations in his young career and certainly has the physical tools to meet most of those, and I believe he will.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
The free throw drops in for Dunn.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Al Horford is checked in for Korkmaz. And so he makes both from the line.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
And stolen by Dunn. The 17-footer. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Dunn's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, if you don't stick Dunn, he'll burn you, and badly. Great quickness down the floor.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Carter, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Now here's Burke. Dunn covering. Picked by Horford from deep. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Horford's got 6.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
White against Smith. Now White. Puts it up from 12 and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Chicago sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And we'll be right back after this. Coach Brett Brown with some words for his players.
It's going to take everything you got to come up with balls so that we win this game. Right? Anything loose, any rebounds, guards, you got to rebound.
Demanding an all-out effort from his guys.
And Kevin, it's got to be a gang rebounding approach, just like he was talking about. They need every board they can get.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Carter out there with Young. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's White in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half. This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
They set the screen. Carter sets the pick for Dunn. Kicks it to White. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists in the game.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Harris. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Kevin, it certainly hasn't been for lack of effort, but still, his team needs him to do more out there.
Light a screen. Carter with a screen on Smith. But they get it back. There's the 3. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Simmons against Dunn. And that one's good. Simmons.
And Simmons that time displaying good shot selection. Just taking what's available.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
The Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. And White kicks to Satoransky. Here's Carter. And it's in there. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Smith the pass to Simmons. Got a piece of it. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Satoransky kicks to White. Off target with his three. And here are the 76ers now. Smith outside. Simmons on the wing. White covering. The 15-footer. And that one's good. Simmons got 14 points here in the second half.
That, to me, is good use of the mid-range J by Simmons, taking whatever the defense gives him out there.
Screen by Young. White against Simmons. White the pass to Young. Carter outside. Here's Satoransky, and the rejection by Smith.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Simmons on the wing. White covering, and Young comes over to help. Offensive rebound. Embiid, no good.
Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big-time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Out to White. Carter with a screen on Simmons. And it's White missing. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. It's deflected. Young with the steal. Outside, Porter. White dishes to Porter. Young against Horford. Carter sets the pick for Young. Rejected by Harris. Embiid with the screen on Porter. Harris against Porter. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And yes, it's good.
Embiid really good at shooting in rhythm off the catch.
Chicago leading by 22. Chicago calls timeout. Markkanen's checked in for Chicago. Zach LaVine comes in for White. To the paint. There's LaVine. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, LaVine. The 76ers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Richardson kicks to Simmons. Embiid sets the pick for Simmons. Shot off the screen, tips it, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
He was all alone on that one. And it's 7 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
Picked by Horford. Harris passes to Horford. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's 8 points for Horford.
Boy, I like how fast, how quickly he went up with the shot, realizing that his man had no chance.
Richardson against Levine. Satoransky against Simmons. Markkanen a screen on Simmons. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Embiid dishes to Horford. Shoots over Markkanen. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Porter, no luck. For Philadelphia, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Simmons on the wing. Satoransky covering. Horford kicks to Simmons. Embiid the screen. Shots good by Simmons. Simmons got 16 points here in the second half.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
This is a DeMarkkanen. And here is Satoransky, guarded by Horford. Pass to Satoransky. Bulls moving the ball around. And stolen by Simmons. And now Philadelphia on the break. Harris with the ball.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Levine passes to Markkanen. Levine against Richardson. Carter sets the pick for Levine. He can't get it to go. And Philadelphia the other way now. Richardson kicks to Harris. Embiid with the screen on Porter. Harris against Porter. Fade away. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
Picked by Markkanen. Outside Levine. To the inside, Carter. Rejected by Harris. He kicks it to Simmons. Shoots over Satoransky. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Harris against Porter. Carter sets the pick for Porter. There's the dish to Carter. Picked by Markkanen. To stop the drought. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
You know, it's the muscle and size of Embiid that allow him to score through contact. You know, when you watch Ben Simmons, he has marvelous talent and all-around ability, but sometimes you can easily focus on what he can't do. He's not a great shooter, so teams do back off of him, but still, this guy is an impact player because he sees the floor, he passes it great, he's a terrific rebounder, and he's got a nice motor.
free throw drops for Embiid. And for Simmons, missing his rookie year due to the injury, but he showed he was worth the wait.
No doubt. And you just don't see players with his skills and his body type come around that often, Kevin. I mean, he started quickly out of the gates and took over the Rookie of the Year award race almost immediately.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers trail by 18. Horford with a screen on Satoransky. Here's Simmons. It's all in by the Bulls. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Satoransky kicks to Levine. They set the pick. Up top, Markkanen. He dishes it to Porter. Levine for 3. It's good from long range. Levine's got 23 points.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Dunn.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
So both teams making some changes here. .59 seconds left in the game. Pass to Blakeney. Now here's Valentine. Tight defense on him. From deep. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris dishes to Burke. Harris setting the pick for Burke. Nailed from three-point land.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
White the pass to Valentine. And here's White. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.